year, around 15 lakh students appear for the Neet exam and around 8 lakh appear for the JEE Mains exam. The Neet UG exam is conducted for admission to the undergraduate medical courses in all medical institutions, and JEE is conducted for admission into the best engineering colleges in India. Out of the 8 lakh students appearing in the JEE exam, only 2 lakh meet the eligibility criteria for the JEE Advanced exam, which is conducted for the admission to the Indian Institute of Technologies, the most prestigious engineering colleges of India. Although each year sees a rising number of candidates who apply for these exams, the number of seats remain limited, making the competition tougher than each previous year. This year, the scenario was tougher as the students had to also deal with the anxiety due to coronavirus pandemic. AngelB presents before you the stories shared by the Neet Jee aspirants, their journey and the hurdles they had to face in their path to success. Before starting, I would like to say that this video is made just to share the unknown stories of struggles of the young minds. We do not intend to hurt the sentiments or feelings of anyone. It is the dream of every parent to see their children established in their life. And according to most Indian parents, taking up science stream is the surest way to success. Many often fail to recognize the importance of other streams and the emerging scopes and possibilities of these streams. Fortunately, this misconception is slowly fading away, and parents are encouraging their children to take up subjects they are most comfortable with. But the fact is that such parents are in minority. This rat race of getting a chance in these competitive exams creates increased mental pressure and anxiety of these students. Let us hear some of these stories.
Hello everyone, this is Abhishikta Chanda, and today I am going to share with you the story of my anxiety. It all started when I was in class 12, like my pre-boards were approaching, my syllabus were not complete and my revision procedure was left, and I was so tensed. I used to get heart palpitations, I used to get tensed, I panicked a lot, and also at the same time I could not eat, I could not sleep. And then finally my board exam day came, it started, and it was at its best when I went for my physics exam. Like, I panicked so much that I could not give my 100% into the exam.
Hello everyone, I'm Angelina Banerjee and I'm here to share the experience of the Neet journey with you all. The uncertainty over the future is a very depressing feeling, and I have known this through my experience. During my initial days of preparation, I was really unable to cope up with the stress. I was afraid of turning out to be a bad student. Also, I was afraid of getting poor grades. As there was a huge jump in the syllabus from 10th to 11th, I was actually very confused as to how to study, how to manage the syllabus and how to complete it on time. Even I got it was a very difficult with the physics subject. I was very weak in it initially, and later on even because many new concepts were introduced, we got to know a different world of Neet. So initially it was a bit difficult. Later on I managed to understand the methods, and somewhat I got a rapport with the system. I also learned, my friends also helped me to overcome this depressing feeling, and later I managed to just get habituated with the syllabus and with other things.
Though the preparation was difficult one for most of the students. One of them shared a different story. She had a mixed experience. Let's hear that.
Experience. Wow, looks like a heavy word in itself. Self-study classes, self-study classes, self-study. It's completely not like that. There is also a little space for ourselves. We have to remember the full package of class 11th and 12th. After 10th, a new world opens for us. Doctors never let us lose our hope. They hold us in the most difficult of times. So becoming a doctor is not an easy job. We have to study a lot. Our heart is like NCRT and mind is like H.C. Verma. Sometimes the pressure is too much high that we start to think that we are living in a pressure cooker. While a total number of 8.6 lakh candidates have registered for the JEE Mains, 15.98 lakh students have registered for Neet. But the number of seats are like a small island in a huge ocean. Everything. Being a Neet aspirant is very tough. Sometimes it becomes very difficult to maintain the equation between boards and Neet. But with all of these, there is something which makes our soul happy, help us to wake up in the morning, gives us great energy to go ahead. Yes, it is sure that the life of a Neet aspirant is very tough, but not bad at all. Koyel, Neet aspirant.
Every year, we get to hear different experiences by aspirants across India. But this year was a bit different. The unforeseen pandemic and the uncertainty in their lives that it brought had affected these students also. The continuous postponements had a negative impact on the young minds. Let's hear their story.
I got to know that my NEET exam will again get postponed. So obviously, I started getting tensed once again that what will happen, because there was a different kind of uncertainty about my future, that whether I'll be able to crack it or not. If not, then what I have to do and what not, many things. So during this whole time, because of this postponement of the exams, what I faced is that there was a pressure in me, that not the pressure about my studies, but the pressure that what will happen due to my future. But there was a fear that what will happen.
Every year, we always hear from our seniors the anxiety just a few days before the NEET exam. But this year, it was more because of the postponement due to the pandemic. My CBSE boards, I gave the boards this year, and the last exam was computer science. It was suddenly postponed due to this pandemic, and later on it was cancelled. I had studied for it, and I had given full attention to the subject for the past 2 years, and even before. I had it in my 10th even. And actually, when I saw that all my efforts went in vain, I could not actually take it nicely. I was thinking, if even this happens with the NEET exam, it too gets cancelled, then this 2 years that I had dedicated to the NEET, I actually, in a sense, it would have been wasted. And that's why I was very worried about the future. Even other things like if this pandemic doesn't end and the NEET is cancelled and it will never happen, then how will the admissions take place? By which methods? All this were going on and in my mind.
Finally, after postponement of NEET twice, the Supreme Court decided to reject the plea for postponement for the NEET JEE to be held in the month of September 2020. The situation created two sets of people with two different opinions. One group wanted the postponement as they were worried about the conductance of these exams amidst the pandemic, with a huge number of rise in cases each day in India. The other group wanted to put an end to the uncertainty over the future of these students. There was a constant debate over the matter. Even the political parties in India got involved. Let us now hear about the anxiety that was working over the decision of the Supreme Court in the students' minds.
I wrote NEET exam this year. During my preparation, I always had a fear in my mind whether I too will be infected with COVID after writing the exams. I was always tensed whether SOPs will be followed properly or not, whether I will be able to write exam properly wearing mask and gloves. Gloves was okay for me, but wearing mask for long hours, I was not comfortable with that. Even after wearing mask for 15 minutes, I used to feel a kind of suffocation, so I was worried for that.
I was relieved that NEET will not be postponed anymore. But I was also worried about how the exams would be conducted and my safety, and where the exam center would be. I was panicking. I could not understand how to revise everything in the last week, and I was afraid of forgetting everything.
However, NEET 2020 and JEE exam were finally conducted in September. One of the students shared us some tips to overcome the anxiety and depression arising due to the pressure of studies.
If my NEET exam, to be honest, I probably overcame my fear because I went, then I gave my exam, and I understood that it's not the matter that now whether I crack it or not, but it's the effort that I've shown. Like, I have given my 100%, and now what will happen? It will happen. I have to accept it. Also, in my board result, I really scored good, and I'm very happy with that. And all that I could learn from this anxiety is that anxiety actually happens when we just think too much about our future and do not concentrate in our present. And also, this anxiety starts when something has happened with us in the past and we have the constant fear that if it happens this time also. But you should understand that every time the problem is different, and so does the solution. The circumstances are also different. So we have to approach in a different way. So do not get panic, do not get tense. Even if you get it, just don't give action to it, but just tell yourself positive quotes, always be positive. Just have some self-confidence that yes, you can do it. And at the same time, you just meditate for 15 minutes in a day. You can get some music related to nature in YouTube, just plug into those music and meditate for 15 minutes, and it will help you. So I hope it will help everybody, and if not, then also I love to share it with all of you. Thank you.
We hope that these tips will help the future aspirants. We would like to conclude our short documentary with the message that nothing is more valuable than life itself. Go for your dreams, but don't forget to pay some attention to yourself. Work hard, study hard, but also learn to live our life to the fullest. Remember, everyone is born unique, and failure is not permanent, just like the success which is temporary. All the best to the aspirants eagerly waiting for their NEET 2020 results, and best wishes for the future aspirants. Thank you.